All right, it's time to double Lushen some top 30 arena. So we got a speed team here. We have to see who's going to be faster. Sweet, I'm faster. Buff it up and get ready for the skill 1. What the hell? Oh man. Hey guys, Duke here. At the request of a friend who recently celebrated a very special birthday by summoning his second Lushen, today's video will be all about the infamous Double Lushen arena offense. Now there are two types of Double Lushen teams, slow and fast. The typical slow team uses Chloe Lee to protect Seek or Aquila and two Lushens, who are ruined with attack on slot 2. Now Aquila can remove shields while Seek can help clean up fire mobs that live through double amputation magic. However, this team is dismantled by buff removal mobs on arena defense such as Praha, Tiana, or even Bella. Slow teams also do not have an answer for Chloe, who's present in about 90% of Guardian arena defenses. So a slow Double Lushen team will only get you to about Conqueror level arena. I use a fast Lushen team, and this is my Rage Lushen. You can see he has max skills, 1, 2, and 3. And I have him skilled, ruined rather, Rage Blade with speed, crit damage, and attack. Now I also have a Despair Blade Lushen with speed, crit damage, and attack. And you'll notice that they're almost identical in speed. That's really key. Plus they have they have 70 crit rate, which means with the 30% Seek buff of crit, they will always crit, except against fire mobs, of course. He's not quite fully skilled yet. I'm still working on that. Okay, Seek is fully skilled. Again, 172 speed. So, and approximately a 70% crit rate. Ideally, I'd like to get some crit damage on slot 4, but for now I'm just using speed, attack. Okay, my Bernard is swift and whatever. So I got crit damage and defense. I just put my 2 runes with the highest speed subs because all that matters for Bernard is speed. He's max skilled and he's got 250 speed before the speed totem. So since Bernard only cares about speed, he can use swift runes with 2 random runes that have the highest speed subs available. He doesn't need that second set. He can also use any stats for slots 4 and 6 as you saw. That just allows him to outspeed most Chloes who usually care about their 2 rune set as well as slot 4 and 6 stats. So the advantage that a fast Double Lushen team has is that it can overcome those ubiquitous Chloes. But one threat to fast Lushens is an AoE healer like Praha or Bella, or a stunner like Veramos with Nemesis runes. That will make the enemy mob heal or stun after the first Lushen attacks, but before the second Lushen attacks. Here you can see my glory buildings. My wind attack building is maxed. My general attack building is level 6. My speed and crit damage buildings are maxed. Now, the speed building gives an additional 15% of each character's base speed. Ideally, you want Seek to be the exact same speed as both Lushens, because Seek has a higher base speed, so he gets more speed from the speed building and therefore will always attack first. Alright, so let's test out my Double Lushen team here with Bernard lead for the extra 30% wind damage against a very typical Guardian level AD. So you can see that because my Bernard's faster, my entire team gets to go first, which allows both of my Lushens to get off their amputation magic and knock out everyone except for Theo and Chloe. So we can just clean up Theo here in the next turn and wait for Chloe's shield to wear off. Notice that Seek is the one who does by far the most damage to Chloe. I really rely on Seek to clean up any fire mobs that are left over. What that means is any defense that has 3 or 4 fire mobs is probably not what I'm going to want to double Lushen. 1 to 2 is about the limit. It's immediately after Arena Reset, so that's why my stars are so low, even though I'm technically fighting top 100 level opponents. Just to give you an idea of the competition here. So let's take a look at a team that typically is like a 50-50 for a Double Lushen team. Basically because Kumar tends to be a hard counter for Lushens. But in this case, the Despair runes that I have on my first and fastest Lushen pay off, and I'm able to stun Kumar. And that gives me enough breathing room here that I can just go ahead and clean up Chloe and then work on Kumar. So having my Despair Lushen go first is beneficial in a lot of ways because I can oftentimes stun any mob that's ruined with Nemesis, and therefore they're not able to get off their heal or stun before my next Lushen attack. So here's a team that you would think would be really easy to double Lushen because there's 2 water mobs in it. Now, I'm faster, I get to buff first, I even get to attack first, but pay close attention to the Dark Ifrit here. Increase attack bar due to Nemesis runes and AoE stun. My second Lushen never gets to attack, and Chloe's already shielded. At this point, we're basically dead. Because even if I can kill 3 mobs here with Amputation Magic, it's still 3 wind versus Chloe. And Lushens and my Bernard are just so fragile that they can't win solo against the healer like this, except with some luck. And as you can see, too many glancing hits, luck is just not on my side. So, especially because this Chloe, you're going to see in a minute, happens to be violent and just getting extra turns like crazy. You'll notice that because the way I have my Lushens ruined, they're so squishy that even the tower can do a significant amount of damage to them. And so you have to be really careful. It's all about acting first when you're dealing with a speed team. And there's not a whole lot of sustain in a Double Lushen team. So Bernard's putting up a heck of a fight here, but we all know what's going to happen to that poor bird. For our last fight, we have a matchup that would intimidate most people. We have 3 5-star natural monsters, as well as Chasun, who's considered to be one of the most OP healers in the game. Good news is, my team is faster. I get to buff first. I also get to attack first. Bye-bye Zyros. And it's over just like that. So I hope you all found this video informative. If so, please like it. Please leave comments there. If you have any questions, let me know. If you have any suggestions for the next video, I'm definitely open to them as well. And please subscribe to keep the videos coming. Thanks again.